What is going on, guys, and welcome to the Geek Tank. This is my first YouTube video ever, so I'm super excited to get started and be here. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, who the hell is this guy making outrageous claims like D4 is the greatest RPG to come out since, well, D2 of course. And I'm here to explain why, and see if I can get you to agree with me. Or you'll think I'm a complete idiot. Either way, let's not waste any more time, let's get into it. Diablo 4 is a dungeon crawler RPG that came out in 2020. Wait. I said I'm not wasting any time. If you're here, you most likely already know everything about D4 from watching the dozens of Asmongold React videos. Just like I did. I don't know about you guys, but I'm on the more casual side of D4. I play a lot on the weekends, only get 2 to 3 hours a week of playing. Season 2, I had 2 level 100s, and I'm actually quite looking forward to Season 3. Kind of. That's a whole completely different video that we'll get into. So D4 is one of the most sold games ever for Blizzard, and probably one of the most sold games ever for this genre of these RPG crawlers. Not 100% on all these numbers, but I've seen enough videos that tell me that exactly. So we're going to go with it. So I am going to be straightforward. This is not the greatest RPG that has ever came out. I'm not on the D4 bad train. However, I know there are issues. But I will say, and I will stick by my statement, that this is the greatest game to come out for the genre. One perspective that people don't really touch on or talk about is the sheer amount of new players that were brought into the RPG space from Diablo 4, me included. Now, I never necessarily played a ton of D3. I think I played for like a week, so I don't even really consider it. But there are so many new players that joined into this genre of games just because of D4. One of the greatest things about this game, even in its flaws, is it makes you want to play more. And you don't see that necessarily with a lot of games nowadays. You get sick of it and frustrated and you're like, I'm done, I don't want to play it, it's boring. I will say that even while I'm annoyed that there's not more content, that's probably like one of my biggest issues, is I want more to do. I'm getting to level 100, building these strong characters, and I want to do something. Now, this is a common issue. Everybody knows about it. I'm not even going to touch any more on it than that. But that's one of the good things about it, in a sense, where it makes you want more. It makes you want more in the genre. It makes you want to play dungeon crawlers. Now, that's the first reason why I made that statement, is it's a game that not only got so many people into it in general, but it's making people want to continue to learn and play in this genre of gaming. Honestly, even with its flaws, it's kind of pushing people into the genre and making them stay and want to keep playing and learn more about it. D4 is the perfect game for beginners to learn, and for people who play a lot of video games and like video games to get started in this and then branch out into these other more complicated games like PoE or Last Epoch that's coming out next month. Now, being one of those people, I've been watching just non-stop of Rax and Darth microtransaction and Asmon, which he hasn't really been playing any RPGs lately. But I've been watching them a ton, and I've been really kind of wanting to jump into some of these new games. Now, my game plan is to play Season 3, and then when Last Epoch comes out next month, like the official release, I plan on playing that, and I'm super excited, and I would never get to this point if it wasn't for D4. Not to mention, I am so excited for PoE 2. Now, PoE 1 seems too far in its cycle, and that's a common known thing, that it looks complicated and people don't really want to jump into it because there's too much to learn and it's just so gone in the end game. I'm not ready for that, to be honest. That's why I think Last Epoch will be good. But when PoE 2 comes out, I want to know life that, preferably. Shit. If it wasn't for Season 3 next week and Last Epoch next month, I would maybe even consider giving PoE a try at this point, because that's how much I want to play these games. Even when Diablo 4 under-delivers, I want more. I need more. I think I have a problem. Either D4 will get better over time and it will crush it and keep people playing and keep people wanting more of these, or it fails and then pushes people to all the other better games in the genre. Not necessarily better, but PoE and Last Epoch. Games that are more developed and have more quality of life and just have really delivered on the things that people want. So whichever way I look at it, there's no negative. It's either you play D4 and love it, or you don't like it and you kind of start playing those other games which have more of the quality of life that hopefully D4 will introduce in the future. Now, as I said, I'm not a D4 bad person. And I'm really hoping that over time this game develops into something that will keep attention and has endgame. A good light at the end of the tunnel is it seems that the devs are actually listening, in a sense. We'll see about Season 3. But it seems like they're understanding the issues and they're acknowledging those issues of endgame problems, itemization, and they're things that they're talking about. And that's promising for the game. And once again, promising to push people to some of these other games in the genre that maybe wouldn't normally get them. Now, one of the things I learned about myself from playing D4 is my favorite thing is theory crafting. I can sit in front of a computer for hours making different builds and just tweaking and changing little aspects and really trying to come up with the best build for damage, survivability, everything. I was very sad when AOZ, the Abattoir of Zir, came out super late in Season 2. I quit the game by that point, and I'm like, I didn't really feel like going back into it. But I'm going to be honest, this style of this game just has me hooked, and I need more content. So that is the main reason for such a bold statement to say that this game is the greatest game to come out for the genre, because it reached such a large audience of people and pushed them to wanting to play these style of games. And I honestly think it's under talked about. It's D4 bad, D4 bad, D4 bad, but they don't really talk about how many people were brought in that's making some of these other games blow up like they never would. So that's my take on it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you disagree or agree. Let me know if you change your perspective a little bit on D4 bad, or let me know what you guys have been doing. If you play D4 and you got so done with the end game that you jumped over to Last Epoch or Path of Exile, or yeah, let me know in the comments, or tell me I'm an idiot. Either way. And since this is a new YouTube channel, I kind of want to talk a little bit about what my game plan is for the future of the channel. And as I said, theory crafting is my absolute love for it. So what I'm going to do in my next couple videos is not only talk about some new Season 3 content, but I also wanted to really deep dive into the uniques in the game, which is one of my biggest issues, and their mindset of kind of how the uniques don't change builds as much as I think they should. So some of my next videos, I'm just going to kind of go over different unique ideas that I think would be really, really cool. And I want to create I guess kind of like a think tank for different ideas for Diablo 4 and potentially Path of Exile and Last Epoch as I play those games as well. And I think it'd be cool to have like a little community that theory crafts and brainstorms and comes up with different ideas to really progress these games further. And who knows, maybe some devs will watch and they'll take some ideas from it and implement those into the games. So if any of that interests you and you guys want to see more D4 content, Last Epoch content, and just some theory crafting in general, make sure to subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.